Welcome to The Burning of the Midnight Lamp, where we are dissecting music history, album by album, and track by track. We continue with Number One in Heaven by Sparks from 1979. That's their 8th album, and an album where they collaborated very heavily with Giorgio Moroder. So it's a synth-pop, disco-ish type of album. But the track we're going to listen to today, Academy Award Performance, is maybe the song that is least in that vein. It was the only song that was written purely by Ron Mile on this album. So it was one of these songs that they brought into the studio before they started the recording process. And one of the few songs that Moroder did not reject. He rejected the majority of the songs they brought in, simply because I guess he couldn't see how they could fit into the more electronic type of landscape that he was taking Sparks into at this time. So let's take a listen to this Academy Award performance. We all heard it before. We saw it quite recently in live. They performed this on this tour that they are currently on.
We did, yeah. And now as this is being recorded, because we can actually see the dates here for the concerts, and they're in Dublin.
Probably playing right now.
Going on stage, 8.
Yeah, it might be an hour.
Yeah, so this will soon be performed live.
It's soon going to be performed live by Sparks. Yeah. But now we're going to take a listen to it, and we're going to listen to the studio version. So here we go.
Believe shock, believe
And there it fades out. Academy Award performance.
Yes, another great track.
Another great performance.
A great
As well.
performance, yeah.
Yeah.
And they describe it even in the song here, right? They say well-produced, clever lines, well-rehearsed, well-defined.
That's so true.
Yeah, very true.
And it's another ultra propulsive driving song that when the chorus comes, it just lifts off the ground.
It's a really great chorus. Love the chorus, and I love the do parts
Yeah.
that comes.
The kind of instrumental.
Yeah, it's an
Thing?
instrumental
Yeah.
with Russell singing some high-pitched
Yeah.
do-dos.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Mm.
How did,
Yes,
because I mean, we have Marauder doing the synthesizers, but where is Ron kind of in the mix? Do we know?
He must have played the piano part that
That's
came in the middle.
most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what he played and what Moroder did play. I mean, recently he hasn't been playing that much on the albums. You remember we talked about on Big Beat that we can barely hear him.
Yeah. But
And
that was also the production.
Yeah, of course. But still, you have the key songwriter and you don't hear him maybe more than 30% of the time. And then I always thought, okay, but that, he's going to come back on introducing Sparks. But there they had hired in 3 different keyboard players.
What a waste.
So what does he play then if you have these other 3 keyboard players?
Yeah.
And it could be the same thing here, because I know on the next album, Terminal Jive, Moroder didn't let Ron play that much either. Maybe not at all. Can't quite remember. Still researching a little bit on that album. But he plays very little on the next album. And Moroder does most. No, actually, Harold Faltermeyer does a lot of the work.
Oh, yeah.
Harold Axel F. Feltmeyer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm uncertain how much he actually plays. But I mean, he is listed with synthesizer and the keyboard, so I would assume he contributes.
Well, I mean, he is the composer, so he's kind of the most important contributor.
I would think so,
but this was one of the ones that was composed before
it was.
They went to the studio.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So this is written entirely by Ron. So I would assume that he has a finger and a couple of hands.
Doing on the tangents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great drumming.
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
Great sounding drumming as well. I don't know if that is a remaster, or if that does that, or if it sounds so good from the beginning. I don't know, but still, I would assume it's well recorded and it sounded well on the original.
I would think so.
Yeah, well, Moroder was a master producer as well as arranger and composer and
I don't think
performer.
You would be disappointed if you put on the first edition of this on
I
vinyl.
I can never imagine.
No, but you can listen to the early Donna Summer records. Love to Love You, the sidelong symphony is just studio perfect.
Yeah.
So I would just assume that they did everything they could to make this drum sound as massive and good as possible.
I would assume so. Yeah.
And as we mentioned on the album episode, they really wanted the live drums and they wanted it to sound good as well. So I think his quote is something like they're a sucker for live drums or something like that.
Yeah.
So a great track and often also considered maybe the most traditional Sparks-like track on the album. It definitely has the Moroder touch and can definitely say it goes in that new direction. But maybe it's more like a bridge between the old Sparks and the new Sparks, you could say, in that sense. And with that in mind as well, it's also been mentioned that it might also be the most accessible track for those long-time Sparks fans that didn't see this direction coming and were used to the more older Sparks. Yeah. Interestingly enough, or I mean, it shouldn't be a big surprise, but it is actually the only song on the album that has never been released on any of the singles. All the other tracks on this album was either A-sides or B-sides.
Well, there's only one B-side then, since 4 out of 6 has been A-sides.
Yeah, but several of the singles they released had different mixes on the B-sides, not
yeah.
necessarily an album track.
Yeah.
It's only La Dolce Vita, the first single that was released, that has my other voice as the B-side.
So it's almost like this is the only deep track.
You could say
On
so.
the album.
It is the deep cut. It's the real album track, you could say.
But when you have an Academy Award performance, you don't need to do it twice, or redo it, or remix it. Perfect as it is.
It is. So what do you think about the lyrics here?
I think they are brilliant.
It's a brilliant performance.
I like. It's also very fitting when they sing like "What Panache." Which other band could sing it like that?
There isn't many that do that. What panache or what style?
Yes. Well, it's a lyric that could be both ironic and unironic at the same time, and who cares, because this is so driving.
Knowing Ron, it's probably very cynical and ironic, I would assume.
Yeah, I also assume that.
Yeah. And that it is a man standing, applauding his wife or something like that for her Academy Award performance. Kind of the feeling you get there.
Yeah. Sarcasm on sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like sometimes it really feels like he's singing a dialogue. When you read it, like there's a gold mine in what you do, but of course you know that that's not bad, nor is that very good. So was that.
Yeah, or one side of a dialogue.
It's a little play.
Yeah. So no single releases, so there's also no alternative versions or anything like that of this track, as far as I know. It, as we discussed, it has been played live. Obviously, we've seen it live, but it's the first time it was played regularly live on this tour. I mean, obviously, they have played the whole album in its entirety 3 times. Once during the Spark Spectacular 21 by 21, when they did 21 albums, 21 nights in a row, or so. And after that, they've only played it on this tour. So I would assume it will end up maybe being played 40, 50 times in all when the tour is over.
Yeah.
Something like that. And there's no covers of it that I could find, at least. Yeah, so I don't have much more else to say about it, apart from it being a great track.
No, it's another standout on the album.
Bring on the next.
We'll go to the next one. Before that, leave us a comment below and let us know what you think of this Academy Award performance. Is it worth an Academy Award or not?
It's a standing applause.
Standing applause. We'll be back in a couple of days with the third track on the album, La Dolce Vita. For that, let's all have a great day. Thank you for listening to us, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you for our next performance.